Dr. Casey, if that's you, can you ring that bell again for us?
Oh, bell.
I had heard about Casey's Cottage for years.
What was that?
People in town swore it was active.
Mr. Bischoff, are you here? Bell.
Bell.
Figures in the windows, voices in the halls, a woman in blue. After the owners died, the place sat empty for decades, abandoned, boarded up. And that's when the haunting is said to have started. I had to see for myself if the claims were true. Had Casey's Cottage really come alive?
I've got some serious movement up here.
Jim, why is the chandelier swinging?
And if so,
Oh, that's the bell.
why? To understand the stories, you have to understand the place. Casey's Cottage began as a carriage house in 1906 beside the Mexico Point Clubhouse, a grand resort where the wealthy came to play. When the clubhouse burned in the 1950s, the ruins were left behind. Only the stone carriage house survived. In the late 1920s, Dr. William Casey and his friend, artist Severin Bischoff, transformed it. Strange faces and figures were carved into the beams. It wasn't just rebuilt, it was reimagined. When Dr. Casey died in 1978, the cottage fell silent. Empty halls, locked doors, abandoned for years. That's when the reports began. People spoke of strange sounds drifting through still air, cold breezes with no source, furniture shifting on its own, voices calling out when no one was there, and many reports of full-bodied apparitions moving through the rooms as if the house had never been empty. There was no traumatic history, no lives claimed in the fire. So why would it be haunted? I was determined to find out.
Jason and JV, Casey Cottage.
So one night, it was just myself and JV. No crew, no safety net, no one else on the grounds.
This is such a unique place.
It really is, man.
Just two investigators in a cottage where the dead were said to wait.
It is full of a lot of curiosities, that's for sure.
Yeah, I will totally give you that. All right, so I want to get some of this equipment over here. We can put the bell upstairs, or we can put the bell down here and the flash response upstairs.
I like the idea of putting the flux response on the checkerboard.
Good call.
Because we've had reports
Good call.
that
Yeah.
Dr. Casey and Severin Bischoff, who was his friend and the artist that was responsible for a lot of the stuff you'll see in here, like to play checkers a lot, and they do so in the afterlife, apparently.
All right, so then I will put this bell upstairs, but we will put flash response on the board. Put this right there on the top stair.
The instant I stepped inside, I felt it. A pressure in the air, a weight. It's something I've learned to recognize.
Oh, it just got like, the air got really thick here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt it in asylums, in prisons, in the darkest places I've ever walked.
The air just got really thick in here. It's heavy, like hot.
And every time, it means the same thing. You're not alone.
Dr. Casey, my name's Jason. This is my friend Jim.
And I knew we weren't.
We're here to try to talk to you. All right, you know what?
As we set up our gear,
If we're gonna sit down, I'm gonna put the camera so it's shooting towards us.
the chandelier above us began to swing.
Jim, why is the chandelier swinging?
I have no idea.
Chandelier swinging.
There were no windows open, no vibrations. There was nothing that would explain it.
Are you making the chandelier move? Are you making the chandelier swing? If so, can you try to stop it? I think it's swinging.
It's really moving.
It was as if the house itself was announcing, "We've been waiting."
Like something was. Oh,
Green.
And soon after that, we had incredible back and forth communication using nothing more than a simple bell.
bell went
There's
off.
the bell. That's the bell.
We asked questions, and the bell would answer.
Dr. Casey, that's you. Can you ring that bell again for us?
Oh, bell. If it is Dr. Casey that's ringing the bell, ring it one more time right now.
It wasn't perfect, but it was trying.
If it's someone else other than Dr. Casey, ring the bell right now. Was that the bell?
I didn't hear
I
it.
heard something.
It wanted to be heard, and we knew we weren't dealing with random energy. It was intelligent.
I swear to you, the bell just went off.
I believe
Went
you.
off twice. Nope, that device just went off. Oh, both sides.
Red and green. That doesn't happen often.
Nope.
Everywhere we looked are carvings. Grotesque faces staring from the beams. Eyes watching. Hands frozen in the wood. In the dim light, they seem to shift. To breathe. To follow you.
What was that?
Movement over there. Sounds like shuffling.
My first instinct, this could be an attachment haunting, where a spirit, an entity, or some kind of energy doesn't remain tied to a fixed location like a house, an asylum, or a battlefield, but instead, it binds itself to a person, an object, even an animal, and follows them. That was my main concern here. These carvings felt alive, but when I looked closer, I knew the truth. They were all the work of Severin Bischoff himself, along with some of Dr. Casey's own students. Their origins were clear, their history was known, and again, that makes an attachment far less likely.
Were you here prior to this place being a house?
This place was a mystery, no documented death, no trauma we know of, but there is a presence here, and it's looking for attention.
Did something happen to you here? Were you hurt here?
The activity built steadily.
Can you ring it again for a yes? Okay. Then please tell us your story.
We asked questions, we got responses.
Oh,
And then green light.
it's a yes.
EMF spikes answering us directly.
And that just went off red. Okay.
This wasn't echoes of the past. This wasn't residual.
We'd just like to talk with you.
And it wanted us to know it was in the room with us.
That. All right, you heard that.
I did hear that.
But intelligent doesn't mean safe.
Everywhere. It doesn't sound like it's isolated. No.
Because you never know what's really behind those answers. It could be Casey himself, or it could be something darker with unknown motives.
Oh, the device just went off.
Yeah.
And that's when you remind yourself you're in their house and they make the rules.
Could you make out what that voice said?
No. Sound like walking.
Soon after, we heard footsteps coming towards us. JV had the thermal cam running and aimed it at the sound. On the screen, you can see the outline of a figure appearing at the same time as the footsteps. But to our naked eyes, there was nothing.
That's just another voice. That was a low one.
And my camera just went completely out of focus.
Then things became more aggressive.
What the heck is going on here?
JV suddenly felt burning.
So you might have been touched on your neck.
Yeah, it still feels, it kind of burns a little bit.
Looks like a scratch.
And 3 fresh scratches ran across his skin.
I'm going to get my camera. I'm going to go out of IR. Starts here, here, and it's like multiple lines. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, where you say it starts, that's where That's where I felt like I was either pinched or bitten.
Jeez. Raised, red, and angry. That's not imagination. That's not the environment. It was intentional, and it was for a reason.
Well, that's a little disturbing.
In that moment, I was sure it wanted us gone, but the pattern shifted again.
It's like we heard that voice and the bell stopped.
And then it stopped.
You imagine how much energy it might have taken to do that, though.
Speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd ask a simple question, and it would answer, like it wanted us to stay, to keep feeding it our attention.
Doctor, I'm sitting next to the likeness of you. I'd really like to know more about you.
The pull and the push. The welcome and the threat. That's the game it played with us.
Do you like having this tribute to you in the house?
But why has Casey's Cottage, a place born from friendship and art, turned into something else? A place where carvings seem to breathe and shadows move without light.
Hear that?
Maybe there's more to it than just haunting. When I looked at the pattern, it was trying to scare us, not just drive us away, but to put on a show, to make sure people talk, to keep the lights on, the doors open, the walls standing. Fear keeps people coming. Fear brings money. Fear keeps the cottage alive. Call it what you will. I call it the steward spirit theory, a spirit that knows its survival depends on attention, and it will do whatever it takes to keep its home from falling into ruin.
There's been direct responses. We've caught voices. We've had direct communication using some of this equipment that only goes off when we ask questions.
So was it the woman in blue? Was it Casey himself, or something else entirely? We may never know, but I do know this. At Casey's Cottage, the dead don't rest. They make sure you never forget them.